Hi everyone. It's uh, it's our Liverpool show tonight. We'll be talking about the weekend's game. We'll be talking about undoubtedly Man United game and Real Madrid. See how we shape up against them. But more of this Man Madrid game on Tuesday night. We're having a pre-match look at that. But that most probably covered a little tonight. So I'm going to bring in. I've got Tommy Batty on with me, and also Brian Fennell. When he comes into the green room, he's just finishing work. Anyway, I'm going to bring in Tommy, and there he is. There. Hiya, Tommy.
All right, Frank.
I thought you had no voice. I thought you were quiet.
Oh, don't start that, like.
No, it's okay. Listen, Tommy. Friday. When we were chatting and personal chat, and we were thinking about the Man United game, and we never really gave it. We said that these win. I fancied us to win. I really
I had
did.
a draw and not said 2-1.
Yeah, you did. You did. And
I don't think anybody would have seen that coming, Frank.
No, well, this is it. It's just a matter of, but we were confident going into the game, weren't we? As fans, because of the previous clean sheets going into it. Because I said last week, I said, take out the Madrid game out of the equation, just leave them and see how we do against Man U. And what a game! What a scoreline! That wasn't coming, especially in the second half.
Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. And they can say they weren't at the best. They weren't at the best because we didn't let them be at the best.
No.
We got right at them, and that was it.
Yeah. It's just a matter though of you see throughout the season, Man United, you were getting reports, albeit that they were winning, but you were getting reports that they were lucky in some games. They were outplayed in games, even in the Carabao Cup final. People were saying, Newcastle were the better side.
Yeah. But when you look at that game on Sunday, it could have been 9 or 10, Frank.
Yeah.
It could have been 9 or 10.
Yeah. And the game, I think if Big Ibu, would have scored that from that corner. So, imagine that. When he's getting, he's not even match fit yet. As you know, he's one of the biggest, strongest centre halves I've seen. He's unbelievable, and him and Virgil. And I've said this time and time again. Him and Virgil gave Fabinho a great confidence boost. Boost because that was the best he's played in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And as Brian Edley says, good to see you, mate. All right, sorry, mate. No Guinness.
All right.
No Guinness.
It's in the fridge.
Steve Evans says, for all of a team that them Manx. When he says like a fraud of a team, I think he means the fraudulent being where they are.
I think myself personally on Sunday, and I'm not slagging the Manx off because of the Manx. I thought the way some of their players behaved was atrocious, especially the captain.
Well, Bruno, he was a disgrace. He was a disgrace. But you had fans, and our fans especially say, strip the captaincy off him. He's not the captain of the club. It's that Maguire fella, Harry Maguire, and do this to him and ban and his wages and everything. We shouldn't be saying that. It's the United fans who should be saying that.
It's nothing to do with us.
It's got nothing to do with us. Absolutely nothing.
No.
But I'm not bothered about them. All I'm interested in is us. And we should.
I'll tell you what, Frank, the next 5 games are going to see where our season's going to go.
Yeah.
We've got Bournemouth away. We've got Madrid away. We've got Man City away. We've got Chelsea away. And we've got Arsenal at home. Now, that's going to, if the wheels are going to come off, they'll come off during them 5 games. But I don't see it.
Okay, well,
I don't see it at all.
Why? Have you got a reason why?
Because I'm confident we can go to Madrid and beat Madrid. I'm not saying we're going to beat them 3-0, but I'd be confident to get a result in Madrid on next week or whenever we play them.
But
I'm confident against Bournemouth.
But don't you think, Tommy, it's with now don't forget Virgil van Dijk is being out as well. The big Virgil's being out injured, and the big Ibu Canetta, he's being out injured. The pair of them, and there's been a mishmash of Matip, who's totally out of form. But he's going at the end of the season, isn't he? And Joe Gomez, who's been dreadful as well. So you had 2 centre-backs who are absolutely horrendous. And then all of a sudden, the big Verge comes back, big Ibu comes back, and solidified the defence. That's given Fabinho all the confidence he needed.
Oh yeah,
because he was brilliant, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Who was your man of the match?
For me, I thought it was Harvey Elliott.
Okay. I'd say
it was brilliant.
Yeah, I agree there. But my man of the match, without a doubt, was Mo Salah. He was outstanding, Mo. He was up and down. He was in, and when he turned that lad inside out, leading up to Gakpo's goal, absolutely brilliant.
The unbelievable.
Just waited and bang, get in. That was a fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
See, Evan says, sorry again, I couldn't come on, Frank. No problem, stay.
I mean, I couldn't argue with Mo Salah because I think he's in the team. Whatever team you pick, he's in it.
Yeah. As Brian Early says, lads.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
Go on. What are you going to say?
I'm going to say, did you see Roy Evans' daughter?
No.
She won £1,500 on the result.
Go away.
She cashed out at 6-0. She had 6-0. And she cashed out at 6-0. Just 15 seconds before she scored the 7th. It was in the paper this morning.
I see, I don't read the papers. Don't read them. But Brian Henry says, lads, it's the highest energy levels back. Is the highest energy levels back? Is this the main factor after the long season last year and the World Cup interference? I don't know I just don't know. I don't think anybody can put the finger on it, to be honest, because the high levels of energy was there against Man U, but they were also there against Manchester City in 2 games. The one in the Charity Shield and the one when we played them at home. and we beat them 1-0. The high energy levels was there. Then all of a sudden, against these teams, lower teams, we seem to have dropped, which is a bit, I don't know. I just don't know. And I was saying to somebody, I just hope. Remember when we beat Bournemouth 9-0, and everybody was saying then, it's in the corner. We're back to our best, and everyone's full of confidence. And then we went on the stupid run game of getting beaten, a couple of draws, and an odd win. And I'm wondering if this is the same.
Well, the next four Premier games, leave the Champions League out. They're gonna Bournemouth, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City. Now that's gonna sort us out there. And I think we can beat. I think we win every one of them games.
I'm bringing Brian. Bringing Brian Fennell, and there he is. Hiya, Brian.
Hello.
Hey, Brian.
Hello. How are you?
All right, mate.
I'm good. Everybody's good here. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. And Brian Headley says, what I'm saying there, Brian Headley says the high levels, obviously against Man U, and you think that's the main factor. Of course it is. And after the long season last year and the World Cup interference, that obviously we lacked energy. This is what he's saying. So what do you think about the World Cup and the middle of the World Cup? I don't know. I don't know. The middle of a season, even going back when it was first announced that they were going to be playing in the middle of the season, our winter time, because of the heat there in Qatar. I thought it's going to disrupt for the worst, the leagues around Europe. That was in my opinion. What do you think about that? What do you think about the World Cup and the interruption of the World Cup? Do you think that has affected teams around around Europe, all top teams I'm talking about as well?
It must have done.
Well, I think
but the people who made all the money, they don't care about that. They just sat back and made all the money.
Well, this generally happens every 4 years anyway, be it the World Cup in the summer or the winter. And you have they're playing in the summer, and you get the air quote stars back with niggling injuries, and they sort of linger. Yeah. It takes a while to shake them off. So it's no real difference. I guess I say that wincing. No real difference between whether it's midway through the season or if it's takes them through the summer. Still extra games, still wear and tear. So.
But the thing is, Brian, is when you're not playing as a team, week in and week out, you lose a bit of the knowledge of where you're going, and I think that's what was worse.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, you had different systems, of course. Yeah, it takes a while to rethink what you're doing. Okay, I'm playing club now. For example, I think of Gini Wijnaldum. He's gone now, but. He played a totally different style for us than he did with Holland. So, I'm sure. Yeah, there's some mental adjustments and mental gymnastics involved. But I think overall, but physically, I think it's every 4 years. It's just a risk you take.
Well, Francine said she always said that Klopp played Gini out of position because when he played for Holland, he was far better. And he's far better going forward and scoring goals. And she said, the way Klopp played him, albeit that he was great for us, there was no getting away from that. And he was scoring the odd goals, but he could have scored more. Francine's always said that about Gini.
I think she's right. Yeah, absolutely. Because the Oranje Gini was phenomenal. That's all I'm saying.
Well, as Steve Evans, we were talking about Man United, should have been a cricket score, lad. Like the one at their fit last season, should have been. So when you look at Manchester United, as Steve Evans said there, Brian, I don't think you were on at the moment. You know, he turned around and said that where they are, it's fraudulent. If you know what I mean, fraudulent of like in the league table where they are because they haven't been playing that well, and yet look where they are in the league.
Well, I'd say this, Frank. We always say it. The league doesn't tell lies.
No,
You're there.
That's good.
You're there. You're there because you deserve to be there. If you play lucky or you play bad, doesn't matter. You get the results, and that's where you are.
yeah.
Or they say cliche, that's why they play the games. Yeah, I mean, it's no, I agree with that. Yeah, you are where you deserve to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it so much better. Yeah.
They're there on merit, and that's it. Can't argue with it. Even though we battered them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
I mean, all right.
I think that's like when you say things like that, there's no arguments. It's just like, well, look at the league, look where they are.
Sure.
I remember that. When was it? A couple of seasons ago, and we were fighting for fourth again. Funny enough, and someone said, "Well, look where." I think we were catching up. I think we won about 5 or 6 games on the trot, and we were getting there. We were actually getting there. And someone said there was a bit of a conversation going on some site, and they said, "Well, look at the league, look where." And it was a Man United fan, funny enough, and he said, "Look where we are. We're far better than you," and all this. And this fella got back. Oh, and he said, because the league tells a story. And this fella got back and said, "Yeah, but wait till we bounce over you. We will bounce over you because we're a far better side than you. And, you've got to look at our injuries. You've got a full side out every week. We've got injuries." And that was the arguments with that Liverpool supporter and this Manchester United supporter. And who was proved right? The Liverpool supporter. The Liverpool supporter, because we did bounce back and bounced over them when we finished third. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you don't remember? Oh, okay. I thought you was a remember that. But that's the argument. There's no argument when someone says, like you, Tommy, people do say that the league doesn't tell lies. Of course, it doesn't tell lies. But there are better teams below them. There are better teams below them.
Oh,
because,
sure.
I'll just give you this. And I'll prove it. Brentford scored 4 against them. Man City scored 6 against them. The top tier, they've been scoring freely against Man United.
I see what you're saying, but you know what? Rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper, paper beats rock. I mean, it's all when you play and if you're at your best on that particular moment for those 90 minutes or hundreds of minutes. Sure, they're better teams than United in the table. We're far better than where we're sitting now. I mean, okay, Tottenham started their annual swoon or tailspin. Sure, but it's just you said the tables doesn't lie. I mean, they've had better matches than we've had, or took advantage of better matches than we have so far. So injuries or whatever reason. So I mean, it's. I don't want to get cliche, but yeah, on any given day, I mean, it can happen. So.
Okay. okay, you've got Liverpool. You know, as you just said there, Brian. Liverpool are far better than what the table shows. Far better. I agree with you. And we've had these injuries, as I said, and then as I mentioned about the way we lift against top teams. You don't lift against top teams, and all of a sudden you come across a lower team. But now they're starting to show the potential that should have been there in the beginning of the season, and that is keeping clean sheets.
Yeah,
Sure,
It's
sure.
as simple as that. And with the big Ebro, with the other fella, Virgil, back in the defence, it's given a great big boost to everybody, the players. But I'm saying now, with Bournemouth coming up, I think this is going to say, yeah, we are on a roll. We are to our best because we have to see how we play against them. Don't forget, we beat them 9-0. And then after the 9-0, we did absolutely nothing. So I think this will be a proven point, after the Man U game. What do you think?
I hope you're right, but I just it just looks like a bit of a letdown. I mean, I don't know if ESPN here used to call those matches what they called them donut games. You have a roadie or a road match against a insignificant opponent, sandwiched in between two fierce division rivals or fierce rivals, and we just beat United. And we have Real Madrid and City coming up in the next 2 weeks. So, I mean, if there's going to be a slight letdown, it could happen here. Not say we'll lose, but it'll be tougher than you think. And going back to matchups, I mean, you look at Palace. We go to Palace. They've been a bane to our existence for how many decades now? I mean, it just doesn't matter. We could knock off Chelsea 8-0. 16-0, what I'm just throwing hyperbole on here. You can score whatever, but you go to Crystal Palace the next week, it's going to be just a slog and a dogfight. And you look on paper, they shouldn't match up at all. So again, it's just one of those things. It's just every club has that one or two teams that just absolutely gives them fits. So anyway, back to what you're saying. Yeah, Bournemouth it should be an easy win, but it's in between these two matches, so I'm a little hesitant to say, okay, it's a cakewalk.
What do you think, Tommy?
Well, as I said before, I'll leave the Real Madrid game out. The next 4 Premier League games will show where we're going.
Yes.
You've got Bournemouth, City, Chelsea, Arsenal. You know what I mean? They are 4 vital games to see where we're going to go. And I reckon if we get 9 points out of 12, I'll be quite happy with that.
Yes.
Well, yes, the World Cup has disrupted everything. Anyway, onwards Liverpool. 3rd place will do. And this is what people are talking about. And I'm not just talking about Liverpool fans. I'm talking about pundits. Because they're actually saying now that Liverpool could easily finish in 3rd place, like they did a couple of seasons ago when they were fighting for the Champions League. But do you really think that Liverpool can finish in the top 4?
Right now, yeah.
And not just going on the Man United results either.
No,
I'm talking about
because we're playing better. We're playing a high pressing again. We're at it every game. And you've seen that against United. You've seen that the game before. The only game where we were a bit iffy was against Palace here. And that was pathetic. But as you just said, you've got Canati, Virgil, the back 4 is stable. I thought the middle on Sunday were excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't argue about the front 3 because they were brilliant.
Yeah.
So while we're playing like that, I think we can. I reckon we can take 9 out of 12 points there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what the lads say. Steve Evans says Bournemouth will give us a harder game than the Manx.
Yes.
It's Sammy Rovers that gives out the game than the Manx.
Why not? As he said. As he said. Stephen Snape says the energetic press is back. That's what he says,
Yeah.
and it's only what
Totally agree with him.
It's only what Brian Edley said as well. You know, the high press was there for everyone to see, and unfortunately, it was for Manchester United to see. Who was your man of the match, Brian?
Good question.
I'll tell you what, Tommy said it was Harvey Elliott, and I said it was little Mo Salah. That's who I said.
I'll
Say
go.
something different, Brian. Say something different.
I know. It's like who do you give it to? I mean, it was everyone played. I don't want to say Darwin. I'll go with Mo. Yeah.
Because when you looked at him, it was the way he changed. Was it Anthony or what was his name? He changed inside out and put that ball. No, it wasn't Anthony, was it? Was it? Anyway, he changed him inside out, put him on his backside. The fella even changed his back on him. He changed his back on it because he didn't know what way to go when you slow it down.
Right.
And he just passed the ball. It was a brilliant ball, but it was a great move. Great movement by Gakpo. It was a fantastic move by him just to run onto it and chip it all in the one.
Now we haven't mentioned him. And he's scored 4 goals in the last 4 games, is it?
Yeah.
He's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
About time too, by the way.
Well, that isn't fair. I mean, for Gakpo? No, I mean he's only been here since January. So I mean,
yeah, we can see what he can do now.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It just took time to adjust, and the lights come on, and he's gelling with the squad. Absolutely. I I'd almost want to, going back to your question though, I almost want to give it to the midfield.
Yeah. True enough.
For a man of the match, give it to the starting 3.
Yeah, well, I said I've said this on a number of occasions now, that Fabinho had his best game in a long time, because it's how the confidence oozed out of him, because he knew what was behind him. It wasn't massive or Joe Gomez, it was the big Verge and Big Ibu. They were behind him. And that's the solid defence, because he was, when you looked at his games during the season, he was trying to cover for everyone. And the ball was, he just never had the legs to do anything, unfortunately. But with those two back there, his confidence all came back, and it oozed. It is the goal leading up to, whose goal was it? Oh, blimey, hang on. It'll come to me. Nunez's first.
You got 7 to pick from.
Nunez's. I know. You try to think. But Nunez's first header, right? The ball came to Nunez, got the ball, and it was like a bit of a little scramble, and then Fabinho took it, right? And Nunez ran into the area. He passed it out. Brilliant ball. It was a brilliant ball by Fabinho to Mo Salah, and Mo Salah tried to cross it. It ricocheted to young Elliott, who put it over, and Nunez scored the goal. And it was quick thinking. This is what I'm saying. It was quick thinking by Fabinho to do a little chip over.
Yes. I think so, yeah. That's what I say. Definitely keep him next year.
Once we start playing, when we play quick, accurate pass, no one's going to live with us. But
No.
it took all season to get there now. But I think we're there now, and I think we won't be looking back no more. We'll be going forward.
Yeah,
I think
totally
so.
agree. What was you going to say, Brian?
No, I was just saying I agree. I think so. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, Fabinho. Which is why I definitely keep him for another year. I mean, there's some talk about running him out of town. He's old. He's past it. But no, definitely keep him another year.
No, of course we have to. We have to, because if we're going to bring in the likes of Jude Bellingham and someone else, I think there's a minimum of 2 we have to bring in. It really should be three midfielders being brought in, because the rest of them are going. And the talk now is there's 2 kinds of. There's the likes of the owners saying, "Oh, we're not selling." Right, that was a ploy. That was definitely a team.
Oh yeah.
That was what they, so that they wouldn't spend in January when they said, "Oh, we're selling." And they came out now and said, "No, we never said that we're not selling." Of course they did, because they didn't want fans on the back come January. This is in November. Don't forget that they said they're going to sell.
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't want anyone. They didn't want anyone, coming out and saying, "You better spend some money here. We need midfielders. We need strength." And it was the way the shape of the team was, especially with the injuries. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that was the ploy. That was the ploy. This is, in my opinion, just being subjective on the matter here. And then
I agree with that.
when you look at, and all of a sudden January was over, and they turned around and said, "No, we're not selling, and we're going to keep the same model."
And on top of that,
not only that, fees.
Yeah. Well, not only that, then also made an announcement. Okay, well, some record revenue profit or some record revenue. So again, another slap. They not only did we not spend, but we've made more money. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
Well, reading in the paper, whether it's true or not, read between the lines. What Henry's saying is they're not going to be held to ransom. If they want to buy someone, they will. If they don't, they won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what
they're not going to buy. Look, there's a model there, and that's why I said about when we thought they were selling, and I said, if more Americans take over, John Henry will say, "Here's a model. Get that model and you'll make a lot of money. Play that model and you'll get a lot of money."
That's it. Is the
model. That's what
and that's what you'll make a lot of money. Yeah. Is the model. It always we know it doesn't work. And we know it's flawed. And it's taking Klopp sorcery and alchemy to keep that thing going. But we know that. But no, I just hope that plane keeps flying over Anfield every week. FSG out. Enough is enough. Hey, if they need petrol money, hey, go ahead. Let us know. We'll pitch in.
But that's the point, you see. That's why I said it was a ploy, and a ploy when they first come out and said it.
Yeah.
When they first come out, we're up for sale. I said it could be a ploy to see how the fans react, and the fans were made up.
Oh yeah, it was a weather. Yeah, it's a weather balloon, just to see, just to gauge the customers or fans. We're selling. Well, we want investment. Well, we want a little investment. No, we're not selling after all. But we made money.
Well, the thing I look at, right? If they're not, no, what does Jurgen Klopp think? What's Jurgen Klopp going to have to say when he doesn't get no more money in the summer? What is he going to do?
He should walk. I would say
I totally agree with you.
Just walk.
Totally agree with you, Brian. I'd say, there's your job. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But you think he would walk?
No.
No, I don't think he would.
I think he's got to. I think he's got to turn around, though, really, boys, and say, "Listen, I need this, I need that, and I need this." That's what he's got to say. Because everyone is going to go. And what got me as well, before, I was just looking at something, and I thought, I'm not having this. Milner, saying, I want to play for another year. So what's
That's
that
nice.
telling you? What is that telling you? It's just
Well,
telling you that we're going to rely on a 38-year-old. And this is Liverpool Football Club. Well, no matter how you look at it, we've been struggling. And we've been struggling because there's no depth. There ain't any depth.
Well, no, there's no depth.
That's down to Jurgen Klopp. That's not down to FSG. That's down to Jurgen Klopp.
No, it is.
Well, it's down to both. It's down to both.
You
look at it.
You can't just blame Tommy Jurgen Klopp. Honestly, you just can't. It's the investment. It's the lack of investment. And
yes, exactly.
Brian said, tell me why. Tell us why, Brian. It's down to both.
Oh, let's say, okay, it's the lack of investment. And we can go back to Brendan Rodgers. Sure, finances were a little different back then, but still, lack of investment, lack of depth. Emre Can playing center back. You had Stuart Downing playing left back. You had all these players playing because we didn't have the personnel or the depth in the squad. And also, I'd say it's Klopp's fault for going along with it, for letting him do this repeatedly, not invest, not invest. So going back to what you're saying, as far as Klopp goes, into the season, say we just say for the sake of conversation, we get to third place, and so then Klopp just goes to the press or goes in front of BT or whatever sport and says, okay, now we start rebuilding. Now I'm looking forward to those looking forward to the investment so we can rebuild or strengthen. And the minute nothing happens, the minute Bellingham goes somewhere else, or the minute someone else can get signed, I would say, I'd hope you would. I'd just walk and say, okay, I'm done.
Now, this is where you mightn't agree with me here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want another manager only Jurgen Klopp.
No.
But Jurgen Klopp, he picks Milner, right? He picks him to play. FSG don't.
No, true.
Right? And over the last 2 or 3 seasons, we know we should have recruited, and we haven't. Jurgen Klopp has been happy. He's worked miracles. And in the back of my brain, I'm saying to myself, is Jurgen Klopp a yes man?
I think so.
Lots of people have said that, though, Tommy. You know what you just said. Is he a yes man? Of course he's a yes man. But I think he's a yes man in different circumstances. He loves Liverpool Football Club. His family have settled here because his wife said to him, when his time was up, his contract was up, and she said, no, sign it. We love it here. Not that they're going to live here for the rest of their lives, obviously, the German people. They want to go back to their own country. So she has a big influence of why he actually signs a new contract, for example. And he loves the club, he loves the fans, he loves everything about Liverpool. He just loves it, loves the city. He loves everything about it. So that's one of the reasons why he's a yes man. One of the reasons. But as Brian said, and as you've said, I've said, you wouldn't blame him if he turned around and said, well, he's actually said it, hasn't he, that he hasn't got the funds. What other way could he say it? Because he came out and said on numerous occasions, I haven't got the money. I haven't got the money.
But while he's working medicals, while he's working medicals with the squad he's had over the last 4 or 5 years, FSG are going to say, carry on, Jurgen, carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there'll be some more spin. Like there was, I'm sorry, jump in real quick. Like there'll be more spin, like there was an article earlier this week, essentially painting FSG as being shrewd and being smart. Look how much Everton spent. And essentially a spin was less is more. Like, really? So I mean, they have their media flying monkeys who will go and say disseminate whatever they want to in a pro FSG light. So, but going back to Klopp, but I'd say he's a yes man because I'm sure he's paid handsomely, but he puts up with it. There are no funds. Oh, I can't get this person.
But surely, I mean, any club in the world would want Jurgen Klopp to manage them.
Oh,
But
yeah,
surely he must get pissed off week in, week out, looking to what he's got to pick from. And they're sitting back, coding all the money in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going, he's going cap and hand type of thing. Please, can I have this player? No, sell him. You know what I mean? Surely a man of his stature should just go like that. Ta-da, mate. I'm off.
Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have to ask. This is. I mean, it's something astronomical. I mean, you shouldn't have to ask for. Please support your first team. No manager should.
Exactly, because you look at it. Brian Headley says, just come out here again on live TV and say it's you and the players and some fans versus FSG.
He's never going to do that.
More or less, it's not about the fans versus FSG. John Henry knows that there's people out there who want them out because of lack of investment, because of the model. But he came out, gave this pathetic story, in the newspaper about, we love Liverpool. No, you don't love Liverpool. You do not love Liverpool. You don't love the city. You don't love the fans. You don't love anything about Liverpool. Mr.
You love
Henry.
what Liverpool does for you, and that's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Making money.
If he loved the city, if he loved the club, he'd be here. Make sure he'd be here.
He never comes.
Of course he doesn't. And then comes out with these pathetic excuses and saying, I want the success of the club. Well, if you want the success of the club, put in the money. Put in the investment. Instead of selling our best players to bring in other players. Just imagine how good we'd be. We're not selling our best players. And some fella turned around and said, well, look at the money he got for they gave him for Nunes. And he go, well, hang on a minute. They sold Tappy, didn't they? And they sold the other fella, Mane. And all that went towards Nunes. So again, it's a sell to buy. And they've come out and said it more or less the same again. It's the same again for the foreseeable future. And that we could
we're going to be saying this right through the season and right through next season too.
Oh yeah, exactly. They have it down to a science now. Oh, exactly. Yeah, they have it down to a science now. Look, we bought Nunez. Well, you like I said, you sold Minamino. You sold Origi, Minamino, and also Mane. I think Origi going off free. Anyway, you got rid of those 3 players. So again, whatever you didn't spend, you saved on wage, and you waited until January to buy Gakpo, even though you had no depth. Now they're talking about selling Jota and some of the media stories. Well, Kelleher wants to move on. Oh, we could sell him. Like, oh, okay. So you've already decided you're selling Kelleher and Jota's going as well. All right, to fund whatever expenses you have this summer. I think they will. I think we still will get Bellingham, but that'll be it. Everything else will be sell to buy, and that'll probably be the last purchase be done at the end of the summer. So they have to part with the cash. So it'll be sell the other players, buy whatever else you have, and then as a favor to the air quote favor to the fans. Oh, Bellingham signing. We got Bellingham. This is scripted. That's what I hate about him. There's someone in here. There's someone back writing out the script or this sort of reality TV or writing as if it's a reality TV show. And that's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, I
It's
totally
funny
agree with
enough,
you, Brian. Totally.
talking about Mane before, I
Mhm.
was reading one of the sport newspapers in Germany said that Mane is the best signer in the Bundesliga history.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah.
That's what they said. That's something the other day. He's the
Okay.
best signer in the Bundesliga history.
All
So
right.
he's doing wonders over there, isn't he, really? Anyway, yeah, let's see what these lads are saying. Oh, yeah, hang on. Let's see what Stephen Snape says. If Germany fail at the next big tournament, Klopp will leave. Read the German press. He's the hottest and most popular choice by miles. Sure, his family love is here, but the national team is the ultimate job. Absolutely. I've said that all along anyway. I've said that all along anyway.
I still think he'll see his contract out. Though.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's only 2 years. It's only the
Now I'm
season
saying
after next, you know.
he's not going to walk away before then.
No, I understand that. But it's only the year after next, and he's gone. He's gone.
Well,
And
he
who
should have
is
been
really?
gone before he signed this one.
We'll have owners no one wants, and we'll have a new manager who most probably won't be as near as good as the big Yeg. So we could be in a terrible dilemma. We've got no money. We're not going to compete. We're not
How
going
do
to
we not
compete.
have money?
We
How?
have got money. We have got money, but they won't spend it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, was it 700 million in profits? What last year, or in revenue, and then 485 million in this last quarter, or this first
What
half of
about
the
the
year.
last 5? What about the last 5 years?
In the last 5 years, and okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you spend 1% in towards your football team,
Yeah.
like the postal service. Okay, here's your 1% allocation of expenditures for the year. Good luck. Wow. Now imagine
Well,
if we had spent
I'd,
that.
admi- I'd admire Jürgen. I'd hate it to happen. I'd admire him. If
Yeah.
at the end of this season nothing happens, I wouldn't blame him if he went.
No, I don't blame him either.
No.
And the national team calling would be a great excuse to say, okay, well,
Yeah.
yep, oh, yep, my country needs me. Good luck, Godspeed.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Yep.
And then
Well,
you
the
see us
thing
plummet.
is, I just think that the way we look at Liverpool Football Club at the moment, you, Brian, you, Tommy, myself, everyone on here who are commenting, everyone, people who don't comment, people who, go to the game, who even don't go to the game, watch it on the telly, know that Liverpool needs a depth in squad. And not of ordinary little ways, I'm talking about quality players, players, but there's no money for them. And FSG will not do anything because they look after their share, they look after themselves first and foremost, and then they look after the shareholders. And that's why that policy of theirs works. Those shareholders who are sitting back in America who hasn't a clue about, about Liverpool, nor the club, nor anything. They just see every annual bang, oh, look at that, this is what I've made with some football team over there. That's all they're interested in. They're not interested in the city, the club, or anything. And FSG.
But Frank, you've been saying this for the last 3 or 4 years.
I'd say yes, well, as fans, if you don't spend this year, I'd say as fans, it's time to start voting with your feet. Say, okay, well, you're not spending, then if it's not important to you, then we're not going to come. We won't. We'll stop the turnstiles. We'll stop buying merchandise. I mean, it won't happen, but that's one way to get their attention.
Yeah.
When the spice stops.
There's fans standing around who support them and say, look what they've done for the facilities up in Kirby. Look what they've done with the big new stands, and look what they're doing with Anfield Road End. That's what they're saying. But little do they know, we're paying for it. It's Liverpool Football Club that are paying for it.
Yeah, still 160 million on that.
They think it's them. I don't think that the little brain cells, I don't think it moves a little bit, I don't think it sparks a little. They just see it as, FSG is buying all this. And they're not. Yeah. They are not.
Well, again, they renovated the stadium, or they redid the stadium because it makes them money. And remember, a few years ago, they wanted to charge £77 minimum for what they had already. So they knew more seats makes more, brings in more money. And I got how many locals are still going to the games now with that, with those raised prices? So, I mean, it's just, again, it's just it's happening to another revenue source. So it wasn't out of the benevolence, out of the goodness of their heart that, we need to renovate Anfield. No, it's, exactly. But again, it's what they're supposed to do. Again, as owners, they're supposed to take care of the facilities and take care of the squad and the academy. It's there, so I mean, so it wasn't a big. They didn't exactly reinvent the wheel. They didn't exactly, end world hunger. So no. So I know, but it's funny. I kind of find it funny when people say, "Well, look at what they've done to Anfield." Like, well, it's expected.
Well, when they first came, Brian and Tommy, came, they never promised a new stand. They promised a new ground.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of it. When they said, we're not building a new ground now. We've built a new stand for you. And how long is it taken for the Annie Road stand? This should have started about 5 years ago, as I remember. About 5 years ago, it should have been finished. And I don't think it's going to be finished for the start of the season, because I've been watching every day the progress of it. And the first time I was watching something before, and it was the inside, and there's a hell of a lot of work to do between March to get it ready for August. I don't think it'll be ready. There's a hell of a lot to do. And the old roof has got to come off. I don't think it'll be ready. Anyway, Stephen Snape says 2 more seasons and he'll go. He'll rebuild and pass it on. If he's allowed to rebuild, that is. Well, we've given you the answer there, Steve. I don't think he will be allowed to build without selling players. And we need players. You only got to see how many are going, because this time next year, for example, this time next season, let's say, we could be worse off squad-wise. What I mean is thinning out and relying on kids. Thinning out the squads, because you've got maybe Keita, he's going, he's definitely gone. Matip's gone, Oxlade-Chamberlain's gone. And this is the point that I made before about James Milner being given another contract. That shows you, that's scraping the barrel, because they know that, we can't replace everyone. We can't replace him. If Jurgen Klopp had the money, if someone came in and said, "Hey, Jurgen, who do you need to go and replace every position?" You've got the money there to replace every position. Do you think he'd retain Milner? Let's be honest. Because he can only play 15 minutes a game every other week. That's all he can play.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is.
But that's not Milner's fault, is it?
Oh no, we're not bashing Milner. It's just it's not his fault at all. No, Hey, that's a fair play at 38 years old out there running around with the kids. Yeah.
It's his best mate. It's his best mate's fault.
Well, that's Stephen Snow says match day revenue lines FSG's pockets more seats, more money. It's only what you said, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
It's only what you said. You know, the more season tickets that are sold, it just goes to the, you know.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't go to the club.
We talk about FSG every week. We'll be talking about the next 2 or 3 seasons, and nothing's ever going to change with them.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Brian. I think they might go for Bellingham and then get rid of, sell him, just to say, yeah, look, we brought him in. They'll be our heroes then. And I agree with you, Brian.
That is a vintage FSG move. They say, okay, yes, you wanted Bellingham.
Yeah.
We heard you and we responded.
We got him, yeah.
And there'll be a week of press after that. And a love fest. Oh, look how FSG responds to the fans. Yes. They promised, they delivered. Okay, you know what? Here it comes. Yes, you, James Pierce. I'm talking to you.
So Brian Henry says, lads, they will sell Jota.
Yeah, I saw that. So you're thinning out the forwards.
Now. Yeah.
So Firmino's leaving and Jota's now going to be sold. So again, you're too short up front.
Yeah.
They have to be bringing someone in. I don't know who, but you would think, well, if it were a squad, an ownership or organization serious about cups and titles, they'd have to bring someone in. You can't.
Okay.
Yeah, we did that 2 down already.
Yeah. Okay, Brian. So that's what you're saying. Let's have a look at another point. Who would you rather have given a contract to? Right. I know they're both different positions. Who would you rather give the contract to, a new contract, to keep one player, you know, like an oldie player? Would you give it to Milner or would you give it to Bobby?
Give it to Bobby every day.
Bobby, easily.
Easily. And as I said, I was looking and listening about Mane, and the paper said, you know, they asked why Liverpool allows him to go, and he said, he never said. It said because he wanted to rise, and he wouldn't give him it. So you've got to look at the owners again. You have to look at the owners, saving money. Well, instead of giving you the rise, you can go and we'll get money for you. And your wage bill will be gone. And that's same as Tacky, you know. Same as Tacky when he went.
But they're going to get rid of all these players. They're going to get rid of these players and the wage bill will come down a lot. But they're bringing it down a lot to pay someone. That's what I think. And I think it'll be Bellingham.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. They'll bring it down, cutting the wage bill. What was it, 450K, about that much a week, to let Firmino go and Keita and can't think of who else. Anyway, Oxlade.
Yeah.
Okay, 450K. Okay, what, 19 million a year? Okay. I agree with that. Yeah.
I think they've got somebody in mind who they're going to bring in. I think Michelle Perky, I think it's done and dusted. But no one's going to tell you yet.
Well, if it's done and dusted, I think
all owners
they would have announced it.
Predicated on fans' loyalties. They know we create success so long as they appear to have the club's best interest at heart. Then it'll pass a percentage of the supporters if they are gullible. Of course, he'll say Stephen Snape. Stephen Snape says that. Now, let's see what these boys say. Keita, say Broderick, was a pure waste of space. Yeah.
Oh.
Soul Boy,
You
what
guys
did
are
he say?
harsh on him.
He's got to be the worst buy we've ever done.
Soul
even
Boy,
worse than
Soul
Julian.
Boy, Soul Boy Francis.
He's worse than
Stop picking
Julian
on.
Dix.
Stop picking on Milner. He makes the great brew, says Jürgen. All he can say is that he's the butler for Jürgen in the Jürgen household. That's why he's kept on, Milner. It's absolutely ridiculous. Stephen,
See,
let's
Preston
see what's
suits well.
going. Who's going to buy Keita, Chamberlain, Curtis Jones and Thiago? That's what Stephen Snape says. And Brian Headley says, Trent is big money. Yeah, you know, again, I've said that before. But then again, you know, getting back to what Stephen Snape says, who's going to buy Keita, Chamberlain? They're all on a free. Keita's on a free. Chamberlain's on a free.
Just to get rid of the wage, but
and Curtis Jones.
He'll go to
And
championship.
These are the players that we'll be keeping.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll go, yeah.
So,
I think Curtis Jones will go to championship level. Yeah, he'll get some interest there.
I'd pay Naby Keita to go. I'd pay him.
You guys are harsh on Keita.
Oh, come on, Frank.
No, I agree.
But isn't
No,
it-
but I mean,
But isn't it a
Well, he
shame,
is-
lads?
yeah.
Isn't it a shame that, you know, we're talking like this? Players have to go. What about Joe Gomez? What about him? There's better
He should be
centre
gone.
backs. Well, I mean, he needs better centre backs just in case Big Gabriel and Virgil get injured again, because they're not up to it. Matip and Joe Gomez are not up to it. It's no use keeping players who are not up to it. Honestly, they're not. And it's the same as Milner. I know that I keep going on about him, but he's 37. He'll be 38 soon. It's absolutely ridiculous. And he's a player who can only play 15 minutes.
Don't you think
He said, I'm
Jürgen Klopp
super
knows
fit.
that?
I want to stay with Liverpool. You know, we're at such a level. It's all right saying I want to stay at Liverpool and play a season. It's all right saying that. And here's the other brilliant thing as well. He said, I'll play for wages, a wage cut as well. A wage cut. So what's that telling you about a wage cut? So they say, yeah, get him in. Instead of buying someone, play him. 30, it would be 38. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is who we are. This is Liverpool Football Club, European champions, 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's so frustrating as well.
So tell me, how can we keep up our standards when this is happening?
I almost think it's insurance. I'm putting my tinfoil hat on and say it's almost insurance to make sure we don't necessarily win the league, but just good enough to finish top 4.
Yeah,
the lack of depth. Yeah, and they're happy with that. Virgil came out with an article. Saw an article that Virgil was talking to Salah and Trent about rushing back from injuries or stop. Not to try and overdo it to get back. I know you want they want to play, but he was saying you mentioned he alluded to the fact that we have so many injuries because players rush back from injury to get back out there sooner, or I didn't say it, but I'm assuming they're sort of nudged and prodded to hurry up and get back because of lack of depth.
I can't see that, Brian, because when our players are injured, they're out for months, not weeks, months.
Well, we buy injury-prone players. That's the model.
Certainly do.
Yeah. So see if injury-prone players. That's the policy. that comes from the organization. You buy injury-prone players with huge upside. They get injured, but just again, there's not just enough upside. They do just enough to again keep you in the hunt for a top four, and then it takes a rally, or it takes additional extra effort, a gut check by the players to get you fourth place.
But I don't see the way our players are rushed back after injury, because I certainly would say they're not.
Well, they rush them. Well, they rush themselves back. They push themselves. Okay, I gotta get back. Well, some of them. That's what the article said. Virgil said, his dip in form is because he tried to rush back because he wanted to get back out on the pitch. Well, we were dropping places and dropping points, so I'm sure he was encouraged to.
Oh yeah,
dig a little
I
extra.
can understand that.
Yeah, because we don't. Well, who else do we have back there? I mean, we heard about this Billy Comateo a few years ago, Sepp Vandenberg, another 17-year-old a few years ago. They should be 21 by now. They should be ready to play, but we don't hear anything. There's no one there, and Phillips isn't playing. I mean, he's probably not good enough, but we don't hear any other players coming through the academy ready to step in.
That's a very good point, that what you said, Brian, about Nat Phillips. How long has he been with us? And yet we keep holding on to him. I thought he went.
He's
still with us. There's loads of players still with us. Brian Henry says, how much for the lot of them? Was we getting near 40 million for the lot?
More than what we're...
They're all on
buy one, get one free.
They're all on a free transfer. As I
buy one, get one free.
Yeah. Put them in Walmart, who picked them off the shelves, right? It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. This model, this model's so flawed. And they know it's flawed. People have to know it's flawed, but they continue it because, well, it just is just enough to get top four.
Yeah. Keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
Charlie Kerr says, pick 11 players to get rid of Frank. He just named them all, I think. Yeah. Would you look at our first 11 today who played, and a couple of fellas coming off the bench against Man U. Who would you sell out of the first 11 who played? Who was picked? Would you sell anyone out of that team to fund?
No.
Would you?
That's the team. No. That's the team.
We still got Luis Diaz to come back, yeah?
Well, he'll be back next week, won't he? He'll be back.
Yeah.
The thing is, what I've just said there, who would you sell? And you said no one. Yeah, everyone said no one. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because we need them. We need them to carry on forward next season. Not just this season, but for next season. That's what we'll end up doing. We'll end up selling 2 players, generate money, because this is the owner's model, to bring in players that we need. We're getting rid of so many.
Yeah, but we'll be getting rid of players and bringing in players, but it's not as good as the ones you just sold.
Exactly. And this is why, the rumours now, don't forget, I've always called the owners the washing machine, because they spin everything. They're always spinning. And there's the rumour out now about Jota. Jota being sold. Now, Jota's happy with what he's doing. He's just come back from a terrible injury. And he's playing well, by the way. It's not just a matter of, I just can't explain. I really can't explain because if he's getting sold, it's the spin from the Boston Globe or whatever it's called, whatever FSG over there, the newspaper, and this is the spin from them. That was the spin about selling the club as well, because it came to the Athletic over here that FSG was selling, and the Athletic announced Liverpool are up for sale. So it's coming out now, the rumours. It's a washing machine. It's a spin dryer. They spin everything. And Jota most probably will come out, which he won't, and say, yeah, I want to leave first team football. There's Kelleher. He's going in. I've never once said that lad come out and say, yeah, I want to go.
But the thing is with him, Frank, he's that good. He'd be first choice anywhere he went.
Yeah. But has anyone mentioned? Have you heard Kelleher coming out and saying, yeah, I want to leave? No one has.
No, but they're looking that he's a young goalkeeper who will get a few bob for.
He just wants first team opportunities. And I don't see why he couldn't get those in more cup matches or in some of the lower Premiership matches. Again, the Brentfords, the Leeds or whatever matches. I don't see why he couldn't get some time there and spare some mileage on Alisson.
Yeah, but Brian, he's good enough to play in any game, mate. He's
good
enough
to
play in any game.
Yeah. But I think my point is let them split some more time. I don't know if Alisson's saying no, but for the better of the team, okay. If we're going thin squad, go ahead, just let them split time, or split some more time, I should say.
As Stephen Slade says, the one player I'd keep is Kelleher. He's an excellent backup for Alisson. We know that, but again, guarantee you, it'll come out that Kelleher wants to go. It'll come out that Jota wants to go. It'll come out and Mo Salah wants to go because he's done everything for Liverpool and he wants a new challenge. Whatever it is, whoever we're going to sell will come out and say, I want to go.
Well, yeah, that's the spin.
I'll tell you two players you don't want to go. James Milner and Naby Keita.
Millie said, I want to.
Or Gomez.
I'm fit enough to play another season. This is another spin as fast as you can go. And those players, as the brother says, send them to Everton.
Oh God. Well, send Curse to Everton.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous.
That's too funny.
It's just nuts, isn't it? Absolute nuts. Stephen says Jota's not just making up the numbers, his contribution is always valid.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jota. I like him.
I do.
Unless they're bringing someone else in,
it
just doesn't make sense to sell Jota. And don't spend it. Don't tell me it's Ben Doak. We're moving Jota to get Ben Doak plenty of time. That's purely a financial move. That's an wage call. But they've got to be bringing, if these Jota stories are true, they've got to be bringing someone in, or they have their eye on someone.
Yeah.
Well, there's Neil Broderick says, I've got a feeling they will sell Mo to cover Bellingham. The Bellingham outlay.
Well,
okay.
That's what Neil Broderick is. And I'm surprised when I've said it. And even Trent. That's why he brought this lad in, Calvin Ramsey, but that lad's always injured. He's constantly injured, and he's out for the rest of the season.
You'd have a full-on mutiny if that happened.
And we got this Nico Williams to buy him. He's never
But the thing is,
he walks around with a band says his leg, foot, and everything.
Mo Salah and Trent, they surely FSG are not that arrogant and to think we can get away with selling them. Surely not.
It's all cattle.
They've got away with everything. They've got away from Suarez to Coutinho to everybody. They've got away with it all the time.
Yeah.
I've told people on many occasions about the Suarez, and he didn't want to leave. But people believe what the owners have said, and he wants to know what the papers said. The same as Coutinho. Coutinho's made up. 2 weeks before, I forget what broadsheet I was reading, he's made up and he's photographing his house and, he's got his little kids. He said, I'm so happy here. The next performance, I want to go to where this is supposed to be him. I want to go to Barcelona. Within 2 weeks of that big broadsheet thing about him. Pathetic. Mm-hmm. And people believe it, constantly believe it. If you've got a model to sell your best player, you're going to spend that the player wants to go.
Okay,
based on that, why doesn't the player come out and say, I don't want to go?
Well, they're under contract, Tommy. You've got a clause.
Contracts are not where to carry.
No.
Contracts are not where to carry.
Sorry, listen a minute, please.
Yeah, go on then.
What it is, you sign a contract, you can't open your mouth until you retire or whatever. Have you read Fernando Torres' book when he said I was forced out?
No.
Says it all. He didn't
But why can't he say it after they leave? Why can't he say it after they leave?
The papers say it, Tommy. The papers say it.
About the players.
I'm sure it's a behavioral clause after they leave, after the contract's up. I'm sure this thing, I'm guessing this thing lingers on after. You won't speak ill, won't speak greasy of the club up to X amount of months or years after you're gone, or else we'll sue. I'm sure there is something in the contract about that.
Yeah, there is. It's a disclosure clause. Don't say nothing about the club. And then all of a sudden, they've gone.
Well, nothing disparaging for the next, over the next 2-3 years after you go. Yeah.
Just look at this, right? But Suarez the exception. Because Suarez is a fantastic player. He can go play with aliens on Mars and play great. But you take the likes of Coutinho and you could take the likes of Torres. What happened to them when they went?
Yeah.
Well, Torres won Champions League.
Yeah. He didn't want to go, and he was so miserable and everything. Coutinho was the same. And if you wanted to leave Liverpool, why come back a year or so later to Aston Villa? He wanted to leave England and the Premiership.
But if they can't say nothing? If they can't say nothing, how does everybody know they didn't want to go?
Well,
word of mouth, I'm sure. Agents, leaks.
There are leaks, of course, the leaks. There's a fella named...
there should be leaks that he didn't want to go. That's what I'm saying.
A mate of mine by the name of Dave Kirby. The playwright.
Yeah.
He's got more contacts than anyone who wears contact lenses in their eyes up at Anfield. And he was telling us on my show. And he said, I'm going to tell you the story now about, and it was about Suarez. And he went to Rodgers, he said, I don't want to leave Liverpool. And Rodgers says, you've got to go. You've got to go, you're going. That's the end of it.
Well, I guess naming your daughter an anagram.
Mascherano was saying.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go. Play brilliant on the opening game, the opening day of the season against Arsenal. He was brilliant. And then a few days later, he was sold to Barcelona.
I can't get my head round. I can't get my head round that. No one can say nothing. Right?
Well, the thing is, Tommy, it's
Now
like
everybody knows he didn't want to go.
I can
He
get
didn't want to go.
it. Brian can get around it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Well,
like
how does everybody know that he? Well, how does everybody know he didn't want to go?
Well, all right, he wanted to go then, Tom. Okay, he wanted to go.
Okay, I'll take a shot in the dark on this one. Suarez named his daughter Delphina, an anagram of Anfield. You don't do that for some place you don't want to be. You want to get yourself distance from any town or city. But he named it, they call her Delphina? Anfield, anagram? I mean, if he hated the place and thought, okay, this place sucks, I'm not going to, I'll call her something else, or I'll do something else. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm just prattling here.
Yeah, but they just signed a new contract. Coutinho did. Right? They just signed a new contract. Now they say you've got to go.
Yeah,
well, he wanted more. I think he wanted more money.
Just listen a minute.
Okay.
You've got Keita, and you've got Chamberlain. You've got them two. They're going to get no money for them. They got no for Divock Origi, did they? They got no money. So they give them a contract. So that they will get money. They will get money, and it's as simple as that. But they knew about Oxlade-Chamberlain, about the injuries. They knew about Keita and his injuries. And they know that no one will buy them, no matter who they are. But they can go for free. Let's see who brings them in. To me, if I was have been Klopp, I would have said to the pair of them, here and now, go and look for another club. We've terminated your contract. And that would have been the end of it. He wouldn't have been paid. And that's it. And Neil Broderick says he's definitely think that will be sold. I think he's asked to leave and Klopp has promised him. That's why he got stuck in on Sunday. No, I'm not having that.
I don't think Fabinho's sold. No,
I'm not having that. If we get rid of him, we have Bellingham in midfield. That's it. Bellingham.
It'll probably be Fab, Badger, and Bellingham in the mid.
Yeah, but where's the backup? Where's the backup?
We don't have backups now.
No backup. Everyone's gone, including Fabinho.
Well, what about our best midfielder? Badger Tech.
Badger can play some, but it doesn't make sense though to move Fabinho unless you have a replacement. I mean, a full-fledged replacement. We've heard this Kone man.
I'm not saying sell him, but up to now, what I've seen, he's been our best midfielder.
Yeah, but he's only 225,000. That's what all it cost. So he'll be around for a while.
Yeah. That's what I'm
saying.
Do
you mean Bacchus?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard Bicetic this week. Someone said Bicetic. We call him Bacetic. Yeah. Again, I give up. Yeah, I try to pronounce his name or I forget what it is. I wish he'd come on TV and say, "Okay, this is how you." My surname is this. Make things so much easier. Anyway,
it's one of the scouts who haven't given a nickname anyway up to now.
Yeah. Oh well, we call him Badger here, officially on the Frank Carlyle show. Yeah, yeah, the Badger.
What's simpler?
It is.
Whatever he says, can't crush Fabinho, lads. Well past it. I disagree with you there. I disagree. You know, Fabinho's not past it. He proved it. Proved it the other day. He proved it. He's not.
Okay, so but based on that logic, then why don't we move Allison and keep Kelleher? He'll get Alisson will get a king's ransom for us. And it's Kelleher's ready. I keep
I'd
coming
rather
back
do
to
that than sell Mo Salah. I'd rather do that than sell Mo.
That would be a gutsy move by whomever to say, okay, Alisson, you're gone. Thank you. We're keeping Kelleher. That would take some stones. Yeah.
I think it'd take more to get rid of Salah.
Yeah. Well, who do you move him for? I mean, who do you bring in?
Well, you can't bring anyone better than him, so you don't.
Yeah. So you ship again. We talked about the last week and week before. You shipping off Mo and Trent. That's 26 assists and another 30 goals.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck with that. Okay. I can't do it.
I can't see that happen.
No.
Yeah, but if we had the proper owners who invest into the club, proper owners, we keep our best players, and we get rid of the dregs that we want to get rid of. That's the point.
Frank, let me just interrupt you a minute. If I just go missing, I'm just noticing the power of my thing here. It's on 3%, and it's all plugged in. So I don't know what that's happening.
Well,
it's all plugged in, and I'm on 3%.
I'm going to wrap us up now anyway. Is that okay?
Oh, all right then. Yeah.
Oh, wait, well, I guess one last thing. Before
it's just good.
We do, Frank. One last thing, I guess, on a lesser note. Okay. Okay. Weghorst, the guy from Man United, who is a lifelong Liverpool supporter. He went ahead and touched This Is Anfield. I'm getting a lot of flack on that over on some social media, but I want to get your opinions on that before I comment. But what do you think about him doing that?
My favourite picture today in the paper was John Aldridge with the clock.
Yes.
Wiping his fingerprints off it.
Well,
that was funny.
If he's a big, massive red, us three now, say we're in the ground, right? And we're walking down these stairs as visitors. What's the first thing you're going to do? Walking down the stairs to get up to the pitch. What are you going to do? You're going to go like...
Did you hear what his excuse was? Did you hear what his excuse was? He's done it to wind Virgil van Dijk up.
But he's got to say something like that. He's a big red.
That's what he said. I've done it to wind Virgil up.
I'm to say that,
okay. See, okay. Yeah, he's a big Yeah, but he's a lifelong Liverpool supporter as a child. So I mean,
you can't say that's what the Manx.
No, doesn't matter. You know what? He is one goal away from redemption. He scores a goal, it's all forgotten. But
yeah.
But but honestly, I say fair play to him. I mean, what? Yeah, you're £14 million transfer. You're walking. You're fulfilling every childhood dream. Walking down the players' tunnel, you see this Anfield slap. People paid to tour. He got paid. And I say, hey, fair play. You got paid to walk down the tunnel and touch the sign. So good for you. I ain't mad at you. That's all I'm saying. So
he's had to come out with that excuse. He's got to.
Yeah.
Because someone said, listen, you know, Man United, you've got to make up some excuse. You've got to make.
He's not why they lost 7-0.
Exactly.
He's not the cause of that.
So
I mean, okay. Yeah, 2 goals and it's all forgotten. Oh yeah, they'll be singing songs about him. But you know what? Good for him. Achievement unlocked. Childhood. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I played at Anfield. I touched. This is Anfield. There you go. That's all I'm saying. I got a little flack about that. It's respect. He's a United player. Like, yeah, it's not that deep. So anyway.
Well, there's one last comment. Lads. And it's Neil Broderick, and he says PSG will make a massive bid for Mo because they will rip their team up and probably sell Mbappe. And don't forget, he went out last night, didn't he?
Did
He
they?
got beat. Yeah.
They got beat
Ooh.
2-0.
2-0, clean sheet.
Yeah. But listen, boys, I'm going to wrap this up
I
now.
wouldn't swap
It's
them out
been
for them back
absolutely
anyway.
wonderful. It's been
Cheers, Frank.
absolutely
Cheers, Brian.
wonderful.
Cheers.
And Neil Broderick says, without you, Tommy, he says, Fab is on 33% also. Brilliant. Brilliant. Charlie Kane says, good night, Frank, Brian, Tommy, and all the gang.
Good night.
Don't let
Good night, Charlie.
Good night.
Good night, boys.
Good night.
Brian,
Well, that's right.
Tommy,
It's
thank you
half
so
10
much.
there. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's 25 to 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you so
it's almost
much.
3 here.
Yeah. And don't forget, I'll be in touch with you. Okay, for the next show.
Yep.
Good night. God bless everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Tom. Thank you. Thank you.
Good
so
night. God
much.
bless. My
That's
pleasure,
a
mate.
big good night to
Pleasure's mine.
Jason.
Cheers.
That's a big good night to Tommy and Brian. Thank you so much, boys. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Ciao.
Thank you. Pleasure.
And it's just for me to say thank you so much to Jason Pennington for producing the show. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget to subscribe and like and everything else to get the algorithm up and just to get us out there. And have all these discussions and arguments and everything else. It's unlike any other show. It's unlike any other show. And Brian Early says, cheers, Frank, Tommy, and Brian. Really enjoyed that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all on Tuesday. See you all on Tuesday because we have a pre-match. We have a pre-match Real Madrid game. And we'll be talking about that. And we'll have some special guests in. Talking about that, by the way, not 8 o'clock, 8:30 on Thursday, on Tuesday. Okay, thank you so much. And see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much. Thank you.